We shall overcome.
There are many true stories behind the song We Shall Overcome. This is one of them. The story is for English language learners. Look at the pictures and listen to the beginning of the story. Her name is Rosa Parks. On December 1st, 1955, Mrs. Parks got on a bus in Montgomery, Alabama. It was 6 p.m. and she was going home from work. She took a seat in the back of the bus, behind a sign that said, "Colored." Mrs. Parks sat in that section because it was the law. In the southern part of the United States, white people sat in the front of the bus, and black people sat in the back. Mrs. Parks was African American, so she had to sit in the back of the bus. That evening, she sat in the first row of the colored section. At each bus stop, more people got on the bus, and the white section filled up. There were no more seats there, so a white man was standing. The bus driver got up and moved the colored sign back one row. He was making the white section bigger. "You have to move so this man can sit down," he told Mrs. Parks. "I'm not moving," Mrs. Parks said. "If you don't move, I'll call the police," the bus driver said. "I'm not moving," Mrs. Parks said again. The police came and arrested Mrs. Parks. When African Americans heard about Mrs. Parks's arrest, they were angry. They decided not to ride the buses in Montgomery. There were 40,000 African American commuters in the city, and for more than a year, they did not ride the buses. Some people had to walk miles to go to work. During that year, the buses ran, but they had very few passengers. The city lost a lot of money. Sometimes African Americans marched peacefully in the streets. They walked together in big groups. They marched in Montgomery and in other cities in the South.
What happened next? To read the whole story and listen to the whole story, click on the link under this video. It's at Songs and Activities for English Language Learners. My name is Sandra, and I'm an English teacher in the United States. I wrote this story for my students. Now I'm sharing it with you. You don't have to register to read the story, or give your email address, or pay anything. It's free. See you there.